Hello my friends, my name is Ryan Freeman. Thank you for coming to my channel. I am going to talk about Halloween. Last week was Halloween. I know it's sort of old news, but for those prospective English teachers, you may be interested to learn that you may be asked to participate in Western holiday celebrations like Christmas and Halloween. At my last school up in Taiwan, they have worked with foreign teachers for many, many years, and they have a history of celebrating the big Western holidays, and they have costumes, and they will buy you costumes, and they will maybe make you sing and dance. And the Halloween celebration that we had up in Taiwan at the junior high school was nothing really special. We just sort of met in a room. Students could take some photos with us. We passed out candy. It was nothing special. For Christmas, we had to sing and do a little, and then also dress up in a Santa costume and pass out candy, and it was a little more involved, and we didn't really have a lot of creative control over what we were doing. However, now I work at a senior high school / junior high school that has never had a foreign English teacher, and they don't have a history of celebrating Halloween. But that changed this year. That changed last week. What happened? It started with me thinking, what am I gonna wear for Halloween? I better get my costume sooner than later. So I thought, well, maybe this school will buy me a Halloween costume. I am gonna wear it to school. I am a foreign English teacher. It's a foreign holiday. Why not? So I end up asking one of my coworkers, will the school buy me a Halloween costume? And she sort of needed to talk to a few other people. Well, she comes back to me and says, yes, the school will buy you a Halloween costume, Ryan. And so what do you want? So I start shopping around, and I'm looking on Shopee, which is sort of their version of Amazon. That's the biggest online marketplace. They have some other ones as well. And I didn't really see, I didn't have an idea of what I wanted to be. And then suddenly I saw, I don't know if I saw this costume or the idea just sprung to me, but I'm like, I want to be a clown. Like I wanted to be something fun, something gay. Not that gay, the happy gay. Not there's anything wrong with the other type, but I just wanted to be happy, joyful. And I've never dressed as a clown, so sometimes I'm a clown, okay? I'm a clown at heart. I clown around in the classroom, so let's go. I want to be colorful. I don't want to be scary. I want to be something very strange. I want to have a horn that honks. So I tell my plan to Iju. I'm like, I need makeup. I need this costume, this colorful costume. I need a wig. I want a horn, and I need some fancy shoes. And, she sort of took her a while. I had to sort of pressure her to get the order in, but she got the order in. And then during this whole process of talking about ordering my Halloween costume, some of the other teachers in my office got wind of it, and they're like, whoa, that's really cool. And I wasn't privy to their conversations. It was in Chinese, and maybe when I wasn't around, but suddenly they all decided, a lot of the teachers in my office, which is the student affairs office, it's a pretty big office, academic affairs, I don't know. I don't even know the official name of the office I work in. Oh my God. But that's neither here nor there. In any case, everyone decided to wear costumes, and they found the money for it. And then suddenly, they had this idea that we would have, or maybe it was my idea. It probably was my idea. That's how bad my memory is. And it's not only, I actually do not blame my memory. It's just that so many things are happening to me. Like I'm gonna talk about something that just happened to me today in another video. But anyways, the idea comes that we're gonna have this Halloween celebration. We're gonna have this party. And then I suggested a costume contest. So now it's a Halloween costume contest, 30 minutes during lunchtime. And Ryan and I volunteered, I'll be the host. And they're like, okay, Ryan, Halloween contest like you want, and you're the host. And your clown costume. And so they order it, and a bunch of the teachers get their costumes. Some of them are Harry Potter. They get their magic wands. When the costumes arrive, they're trying it on. They feel so gay. And this was the magic of Halloween, because I have taught English in China. When I taught English in China, I taught at a university. And none of them had any history, these 18, 19, 20-year-olds, of dressing up in a costume. And I invited them to my apartment, which was on the campus, to dress up and then go with me to the bars in China and celebrate Halloween with the other expats that lived in Ningbo. And they all said that was one of the best times of their life. We had so much fun putting on makeup. If any of you know Matt from Jiao, some of his followers watch this channel as well. He said that was his first time seeing me. I was wearing like tight white spandex, and he was like, "Man, that guy's got a nice ass." I didn't actually meet him that night, but that's the first time he saw me. We actually met at another holiday a month later, Thanksgiving, which is coming up. So that experience of sharing my love for Halloween with my Chinese students who never experienced it was such a good feeling. And then when I was in Japan and I was working at Temple University on Halloween, the other teachers in the office, they just put, they had some bunny ears, like just really like simple costume adornments to place on themselves to show that they were celebrating Halloween. But I went all out. I borrowed a pimp costume, and I went and I walked into the school like a pimp, and it just, you see the smiles on the students' faces when you go all out on anything, and in Halloween in particular. And I also I always offer bonus points to their English course if students dress up, because by and large, because it is a Western holiday, and most of them have never done it before, they're a little nervous. And Asians don't really like to stand out. They don't really like to be the odd one out. Collectivistic versus individualistic culture. So a little incentive, but some of them do. They do, but they're afraid, right? And so it was awesome to see in Japan so many of my students dressing up in costumes as well. So here I am in Kaohsiung, and I remember back in Taoyuan, I didn't really push Halloween. I just dressed up. I just dressed up as a samurai. And it wasn't a great celebration. And I saw pictures from one of my coworkers who sent me a picture of their Halloween celebration. It was just they took some photos together. They didn't look like they're having fun. But I wanted this to be fun. I wanted my costume to really awaken in the kids' minds just the possibilities. Like, you can be anything you want on Halloween. Anything. No judgments. Anything. You want to be scary. You want to be silly. You want to be cross-dressed. You can do whatever you like. That's the magic of Halloween. So that's why I wanted to really go big on the clown costume. The hard part was the shoes, but my Kaohsiung mama ended up like stitching her daughter's dress around a pair of my sneakers, and I thought it worked pretty well. And then the teachers and we started walking through the hallways and going into the classes to tell them about the costume contest the morning of, before the big costume contest. And then the costume contest, I didn't really have to do much organization. All I had to do was co-host with my marvelous coworker, Alice, who's super intelligent and really capable. And so she would speak in Chinese, I would speak in English, and we would have these students walk like down a little runway and get all of the students who are eating their lunch. They're on the balconies of their classrooms, or they're on the ground floor surrounding it, playing music. The teachers are coming out. And it was it was the first time that this school has done anything like it. It was the first time I had hosted this costume contest. I didn't even know what I was going to say. I just grabbed the mic and started yelling, But I have to say, it was a blast. It was a lot of fun. And I think, and they live streamed it on Facebook. So our principal, who was in Korea on a meeting tour with other educational figures up there, was able to watch it, and she just told me today, because she just got back, she's like, I was so surprised to hear this was your idea, right? I'm so thankful for this. And it was just amazing that, you have an idea like, hey, can you get me a costume? And then other people start jumping on board. Students started hearing about it. Students started dressing up. And then it comes to fruition, this whole teamwork endeavor, just from your idea. Like, it's not, both in Taoyuan and here, I've found a lot of yeses to my ideas. Yes. Can you get me Dungeons and Dragons books? Yes. What books do you want? Can you get me this costume? Can you get me a samurai sword? Yes. What samurai sword do you want? That was in Taiwan. Here, can you get me this clown costume? Can you give me a horn? Can you give me this? Can you give me that? You know, can you do my makeup? Alice did my makeup. Can you meet me an hour before school to do it? Yes. Like, they want you happy. And it was actually just, that was the day after my last video that I talked about, this big observation. And then like a day or two later, so I'm in this office, and I've never been really happy with my seat because my back faces the door. You know, everyone's got like cubicles and desks. I've never really been happy with mine. But I didn't, what am I going to do? Complain? You know, there's only one other empty desk, and it's less desirable. But I would rather face the door. But whatever. But I bought a large chair because I didn't like the office chairs. The chair I bought can actually go 180 degrees horizontal, so I just crash out and take naps 180 degrees. But I'm kind of exposed. Everyone can see me. Got my blanket on, got my pillow. And there's a woman kind of catty corner right behind me who, because our desks are so close and my chair's so big, and I don't blame her because I got a big chair and I'm sprawled out, but you know, once in a while she's bumping me, you know, on her way to the restroom. And students will come to visit her and they're like crowded around. They could see what's going on my desk. I just didn't feel like I had a lot of privacy. It was kind of cool because I was in the action. Sometimes I like to be in the action of the office, but sometimes I want a little privacy. So I did this observation for them, and I did this Halloween party, and then I was in a bad mood, and I got my seat bumped, and I was kind of pissy, and I just sort of like, I got to do something about these desks. I made a demand. I got to do something about these desks. I am not happy with my desk. And within a very short time, less than half a day, I feel bad, but I don't know if I should feel bad. They got a teacher to switch desks with me, and they told me that she was happy to do it. She actually would prefer my desk. I hope that's true. I hope they didn't force her to change. You're probably looking at me like I'm an asshole. But now I have her desk, and I have a lot more privacy, and I do feel bad. I actually do feel bad. I hope they didn't force her to change to please me, the Laowai. I hope not. I hope not. But I'm also happy that they did take care of me because I was pretty pissy, and then I became very happy because I really do like my new location. So what I'm trying to say is, beyond just celebrating holidays, beyond them just sort of like, you know, making your dreams, your costume dreams come true, if you have an issue, if you have a request, they want you to be happy. As a foreign English teacher, you're a valuable resource to them. So that's just what I wanted to say. And then I'm going to make another video, not today, but very soon, about something big. Okay, thank you very much. My name is Ryan Freeman. Bye-bye.